More than 2 years into the coronavirus pandemic, we're back in another wave of infection.
Unfortunately, but this time things look a little bit different. The CDC is using a new metric, looking at more than just cases to tell you about your risk. And right now, much of Northeast Ohio is at a medium risk level. But there are 3 counties, Cuyahoga, Lorain, and Ashtabula, that are now at the high risk level. News 5's Catherine Ross explains what this means as we head into a holiday weekend.
Jean and Andy White are taking advantage of the weather and the open space at Edgewater Park Friday afternoon.
We always try to avoid big crowds.
Plus, with him, it's always good to have a little room to run.
Yes.
They plan to steer clear this weekend and take some extra precautions after the CDC determined Cuyahoga County now has a high community level for COVID-19.
If we weren't outside and it was close, we'd have masks on.
The CDC is highly recommending masks in parts of Northeast Ohio. Cuyahoga, Lorain, and Ashtabula counties are now all in the orange or high level on the CDC map. And many of the surrounding counties are in the yellow or medium risk level for exposure.
I think a lot of people just feel like personally they're done with it. Here at the health department, I can tell you that the pandemic is, I don't want to be dramatic and say far from over, but we are certainly still feeling the effects.
The COVID-19 community levels now determined by a combination of new cases, hospital admissions, and percentage of hospital beds devoted to COVID patients. Case numbers alone are up by almost 17% in Lorain County and more than 28% in Cuyahoga County from just last week. Public health leaders say unreported at-home tests and asymptomatic cases mean the actual case numbers are likely much higher.
We know that there's a lot of viral load out there. The number should be 1,200 a day. It should be just what it was. That number is that high, and we're, again, at about 250 a day.
Both Lorain and Cuyahoga counties say the current surge is not putting a major strain on local healthcare systems, and nationwide, the number of deaths from the virus have remained steady for the last 8 weeks. But they say the high community levels should be a reminder not to let your guard down completely.
Cleaning high-touch surfaces, washing your hands thoroughly, socially distancing, and wearing masks. Those are really the 4 components that we are still holding true to.
Now, going into the busy Memorial weekend, health experts say gathering outside is still the safest option, but they're also telling you not to take any unnecessary risks.
If you're sick, stay home. See your relatives in about 5 to 10 days when you can see them and not be sick.
The health commissioner expects to see a peak in 8 or 9 weeks and still encourages those who haven't yet to get vaccinated and boosted. In Cleveland, Catherine Ross, News 5.